some delays today. City leaders say the controlled demolition of the two cranes at the Hard Rock site went according to plan. Civil engineer HJ Bosworth joins us now to lend some more perspective on what happened today. Now, you testified in court, right, as
Sure.
an engineer, and you have plenty of experience with similar projects. So what is your take on exactly how everything went down? The city said the plan was to drop both sides of the crane vertically, like two arms swinging down. They said it went as expected. What do you think?
Well, what they wanted to do was to make sure that the cranes hit the ground or hit something and didn't hurt anyone, and that did happen. The crane closest to Canal Street didn't come down like a folding umbrella, as I would have been hoped to do, but it did come down on the structure, and as we now know, the structure was strong enough to hold on to that piece of crane. The crane furthest from Canal Street came down like a spear hitting the dirt, going through the pavement of Rampart Street, and that was quite a sight. But now that it did stick in the mud, it didn't fall on the Sanger, which is a good thing. I'm concerned about the crane closest to Canal Street. That crane is, although it's not immediately dangerous, getting it down can be a little bit tricky. You're going to have to pick it up carefully and sort of maneuver it somehow. The explosion that destroyed the mast of that tower, which was well inside of the building envelope, appeared to go as planned, but nothing happened until the jib flopped over on that on the structure on top. So
that's the T part at the top, right?
Yes, the horizontal pieces are called the jibs, and the mast is the vertical piece.
Okay. So would you say that then your biggest concern right now would be that existing crane? Because we've heard from the city that that crane did what it was supposed to do and that it's resting stable on the side of the building.
It's more stable than it has been for a week. There's no question about that. It is where it is. It's not in a situation where it's extremely dangerous, just a little difficult to get off of, sitting on what it's sitting on.
I see. So it maybe not your biggest concern?
Not really concerned. It's not as pretty as the crane furthest from Canal Street, which is sticking in the pavement and breaking a sewer line. But are we concerned? No. It's just not quite as pretty as we had hoped. But I'm not the demo guy.
Right. Well, leading up to today's implosion, we were told that this was a very dangerous operation. Did you see anything that could have gone better or didn't go well enough?
Just that crane closest to Canal Street, that's just not as I expected it. But then again, that jib was pointed in that direction no matter what. So, to demolish the jib that's got the counterweight on it, to demolish the mast and have it fall, maybe that is what they anticipated. Looks kind of messy, but it's way safer than it has been.
And I guess that's what we have to remember in all of this. Obviously, a lot more to be done, and we will, of course, learn more in the coming days once we get that assessment from the engineers.
Right.
Mr. Bosworth, thanks so much for coming on here.